We got the old RV out of the garage and getting ready to do just a spray off washing of the front cab where dust is settled. Got to get her shined up a little bit for our trip. Oh, it's a video.
Hold on.
It's a video.
Hold on.
This will go into the blooper files.
My face is old.
This was the trip that we had been anticipating for quite a while. We had a wonderful trip across 9 states total in our journey. No complaints on the Gulfstream Conquest 6320. She held up beautifully throughout. Unfortunately, I had an error with my SD card and lost a lot of footage that we had recorded through our trip. Our first stop that I had footage for was at a rest area and in Iowa, and it had a pond, which was the first time I'd ever seen a pond at a rest area, and I was able to actually fish for a short time. I didn't catch anything, but there was a gentleman there who had caught 4 crappie. But it was a fun time. We tried to get some pictures of each of our stops along the way. We had lots of video footage, but unfortunately we lost most of it, but we were able to regain some. This is the Corn Palace in South Dakota. I was actually able to play cornhole with a professional cornhole player, which was a lot of fun. And I had some footage of him, but I lost most of it. But again, that was a lot of fun playing cornhole at the Corn Palace of all places. As always, Mount Rushmore was majestic and beautiful. And I might add, if you are a veteran or a senior, you'll get in for a discounted rate of $5. You're looking at a view of underneath the presidents, looking back at the platform that most people stop at. And this is that view. This is the closer view of the presidents. And that's a scenic trail that you can take off to the side. Most people don't even know that's there. There's a couple of really nice views of George. And one coming up here just shortly is one where you can actually get a shot of him looking through the cracks of 2 rocks. Here we go. And it's at the left side at the end of one of those trails, looking up, and there you see George. It was a nice view. I highly recommend you go on those trails if you visit Mount Rushmore. Well, we're at the largest bicycle sculpture in the Midwest, and we would never have known about this if it wasn't for Russ, the RVer TV guy. And so thank you, Russ. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of bicycles. I have no idea where they all came from, but somebody took the time to sculpt it, make some artwork out of it, and it's held together by a whole lot of twisty ties. A whole lot of twisty ties, and it's a tunnel. I have to bend over just slightly to get through that one. And I think all of these are wrecked bicycles, but perhaps there might be some bicycles that are not wrecked. I don't know, but it's just something neat to see. And it's on the Pringle. It's in Pringle, South Dakota, and it's right on the side of the road. Be sure you take just 5 minutes to stop by. Now this one I'm going to have to bend over to get through here. Alrighty. Oh gosh, I just bumped my head. I just bumped my head, but I had my hat on. All right. There he is. Our next stop would be the Badlands National Park. And there was a charge, supposed to be a charge to get in, and there you see the price rate, $30 per car. But on this particular day, there was nobody working at the booth, and so even though you're supposed to pay as you leave the park, there was nobody there, so it was free. It was not uncommon to see buffalo and lots of different wildlife to be crossing the roads or very near the roads. That was really interesting. We were able to get really close to those buffalo that you see. And you can see G got some great shots. She's the one working the camera there. If you ever have the opportunity to visit the Badlands anywhere in South Dakota, I highly recommend, but especially the Badlands National Park. It's surreal. It is just an amazing display of God's handiwork. As you look down at the different color of the dirt and the rocks, and you have the opportunity to see wildlife in their natural habitat. No sooner than we arrived at this particular location, as soon as we looked over the side of that mountain, we immediately spotted some mother mountain goats, and they were just kind of lying down in areas of those rocks that no human could possibly get to without special climbing gear. And they had their babies next to them, and it's just amazing to see how those creatures are able to climb those rocks with ease, even. But there were several different areas in which we saw these things, and it was just very common there inside the Badlands National Park. G had visited the Badlands National Park when she was 18 years old, and she was so looking forward to this trip again, and her mother was also wanting to visit the Badlands and South Dakota in general. I had only visited Sioux Falls and Rapid City in the past, but I had never been to the Badlands. The Badlands have certainly left a place in my mind and my heart because of the beauty and more evidence that God has created this beautiful earth. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to this channel as we will be sharing more of our adventures of South Dakota in future videos. Thanks again for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends.